Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here and we've returned back to 1BeatHeart. Now, are we going to try and find ourselves today the perpetrator who keeps committing these murders and headaches? Let's see. Anyways, oh, our friend's not here? Arm room? Oh, hey Misane, good morning. This is Nancy's room, is it not? Sure is. Kozo and company just got back, and it sounded like he went off to the lobby to talk to them. Kozo and company? Guess the questioning's sort of settled for now. So, like, you want to go see what's up? I suppose I will. What about you, Amru? Oh, well, Nancy asked me to grab some materials. Kind of bored of it, though. So, can I come with? What is he doing after asking her to do it? Well then, let's go together, shall we? Right on! Yeah, the right on indeed. Right attitude. Let's see what's this way then. Hi. Nancy? Oh, Misane-chan, how are you doing? I'm not so tired I would pass off work to others at the very least. Sorry about that, guess it was selfish for me. I talked a bit with Kozo and the others. And, any developments? Well, with the suspects being how they are, you know. So there hasn't been much, I take it. Well, we are a bit of a stalemate. If only there was someone else who might know something. Ah! Oh, thought of something? How about the guy in the garden? The garden? You need Shinobu? You have a point. People gather in the garden and Shinobu has a feeling about him that makes you want to talk to him. Yeah, Shinobu's got this fancy aura, like he's super easy to talk to. He's helpfully adjusts to your pace. Thus, you might easily open your heart to him. Now that's what I call a winning hearts in mind. Yes, I believe he's a highly skilled communicator. I'm as jealous as can be. You're not exactly shy, Nancy. Really? People say I'm hard to talk to, though. That's because conversations with you go at your pace. We don't have a clear objective right now, so I suppose we'll go talk with Shinobu. Right, let's head for the garden. Roger Dodger. Ah, we only get the option to go in the garden. Nothing else that way, okay. Hey, Misane. Good day. Good day to you, Shinobu. Don't overexert yourself now. You look even paler than before. Best perspective of you. I often hear guests talking here, so I naturally end up observing, which is actually why we wanted to talk with you for a bit. Do you have some time? With me? Well, hold on, I'm tending to the plants. Could you wait until I'm done? Yes, that's fine by me. Oh, that's right, I had a report to give. Report? Yeah, to your dad, Misane-chan. To my father? What about? For handling the questioning. Ah. Just forget it. Huh? Well, if you'll excuse me. Nancy? And he's gone. Smells like a scoop. I'm gonna go take a peek. Ah. Well, I should be able to manage on my own. Sorry to make you wait. It took me a while to wrap up. No, it's fine. Damn glasses. It's your job after all. Hold on. Damn things. It's your job after all. Besides, just sitting here makes me forget about the passage of time. It wasn't any bother. Oh, I see. Maybe it's thanks to the plants. If so, then my efforts are rewarded. I'm glad. Well then, what do you want to talk about? Are you familiar with the ongoing case? Well, yes, when the police came, they did come to talk to me as well. Even though I don't have any direct communication, all the corporates did come here. Miyu and Namoto came here? Yeah, and they seemed troubled by something. Troubled? It's true that they told us some things about nature. Even so, I don't feel they were the types of people to take it to the point of murder. You're right, but people's minds are prone to change. The slightest trigger can make their balance collapse. Even then, though, those excessive incidents. Perhaps a reaper has lodged them. A reaper? That's straight out of fantasy. People say I'm a romantic sort like that. Still, that Reaper might not be such a fiend of fantasy after all. Huh? What I mean is, sometimes humans can rise to the role of reaping lives. Misane, you should be very careful of yourself. I understand. Good. You know the culprit hasn't been caught yet. Right. I wonder what'll happen next. I will catch him, I swear it. I can't possibly leave without doing so. I see. You know, Misane, I can really believe that. I'll be rooting for you. Alright. Well, I still have a bit more work to do. I'll have to excuse myself. Thank you for taking the time. So long. And just like that, he disappears. And you? Nanase. Oh, Misane-chan, did you hear from Shinobu? Yes, well, I'm afraid it may not be very beneficial. He told you that Miuru and Namoto appeared worried about something. Worried, huh? Well, people don't do murders without reason after all. Certainly true. Come to think of it, did you finish your business? Huh? Oh, wasn't anything that important. Finished in no time. Very cryptic. For right now, how about you go to your room and rest? Or mine is fine too. I feel it's dangerous being alone in that situation. I'll do that. Can old Hatakana crash too? Sure, perhaps we'll sort things out some. Don't like to just sit around doing nothing. To sum up simply, someone instigated the killers to commit murder. They can clearly remember their actions was instigated, but can't remember who it was. Perhaps we should think of it like so, the true culprit did something to the perpetrators. Right, because we don't know what they did. They hacked them. I mean, is it a possibility? Sure, the master program isn't perfect. Even so, if it were hacked, I should be able to tell right away. Outside of myself creating a virus, I think the method will be impossible. Talk about confident. Feels like you see right through everything. Nanase is the creator of the master program, so naturally. That's one heck of a resume. Still, it's not like I'm necessarily the smartest guy in the world, so I can't perfectly deny it. Maybe I'm the most weird-brained guy in the world, though. A way to control people other than hacking. Brainwashing. Yeah, that is about all I can think of, but if that's it, then how did the culprit approach Miyu and Namoto? We may have to consider their method of that as well. A prior acquaintance? That seems unlikely. People come to hotels from all sorts of places. That's true. That's supposing they were brainwashed here, though. What about the other guests? Yes, there's no saying that for sure that they haven't done anything to more guests. You know, he's been real quiet today. The guy next door? Yeah, you're right. Next door? The guest in the room opposite yours, Misane-chan. I've heard him rumbling to himself and snoring and so on. Well, that's unfortunate. No, it's fine. I can sleep through any circumstance. But anyway, I haven't heard anything from him today. Maybe he caught a cold. Considering the repeated instances, I'm worried, even if it may be a needless fear. You're right, who knows? He might even know something. So let's go talk with the guy next door. Yes, let's do that. This one over here. Say, what exactly is this person lodging here like? Lisi? That their room's got a shades-wearing gentleman with a marvellous smile. And also, like I said before, he talks to himself and snores real loud. Is that so? Were you afraid it'd be something scary? No. I met many scary people in this work of line. And honestly, there's no one scarier than you, Nanase. What does that mean? Let's try knocking. No response, perhaps he's out. I got the impression he was in this room a lot. I mean, obviously, since I was hearing him so much. Way to endure it. Well, you want old Hatakana to take off and search for a whole hotel then? This hotel is rather expensive. Don't you underestimate Hatakana's running speed and stamina. Here I go. You shouldn't run in the hallways. She's already gone. I wonder what we should do. Well, Koza's a hotel employee. He's usually in the lobby, so he might know. Good point. Let's talk to Koza next. Yeah, employees would definitely know. Hi there. Hello, sorry to bother you so soon after your return. Oh, no. It is I who made you wait for selfish reasons. So then, what can I do for you? It's about the guest who's staying in the room next to Nanase's. Old gentleman. I would consider it very likely he's in his room now, rather than prowling around out here. Yes, well, we knocked, but got no response. Oh, perhaps he's having a nap. But I do feel he said that he doesn't nap since he's young yet. Very well, I suppose I must accompany you. At such an age, even the unthinkable must be thought of. As they say, what time is on your heels are wounded. You mean... Okay, never mind. Understood. Kept you waiting. Wow, you startled me. Startled, huh? Okay, so... I gave her one big look and... Nope, didn't see him. You look exhausted, are you alright? Oh, Hatsukana's A-okay, running everywhere's all in the day working for a reporter. Hardly necessary, madam. One look at the data we employees have access to, and we can easily tell where he is right this moment. Right, wish you'd said that sooner. We shall view it over there. So shall we get going? Alright. Yes, let's go to the door. I've looked at the employee executive entry and exit data, but the last entry of this guest was an entry? Which means he's still in the room. Correct. So long as the hotel's data files has not been corrupted or falsified. Yeah, you mean falsified. Let's try knocking once more. No response. Well, desperate times and all, I shall blast down the door. Physically? Oh well, perhaps I phrased it too roughly. What I mean is, using the employee's card, I shall open the lock. That sounds better. If it meant only as an emergency measure, but perhaps that time is now. All set. Now, come right in. Thank you very much. Excuse us. Something's happened. What is this? No good. He's already dead. No. The room was locked, right? Yes. And there's no record of anyone else entering or leaving. A locked room. So, but could I inspect the other rooms? Is something the matter? Well, it occurred to me looking at the records. There are other rooms that have gone some time without any record of an exit. I have a bit of a bad feeling, you might say. Well then, I'll accompany you, Misane-chan. Try investigating here. Right, I understand. Okay then, you got all Hatsukana to help. Yes, perhaps we might find something. Let's examine this thoroughly. I love this photographer. She's so lovely. Floor. A tatami mat. The victim's collapsed on it. And it's a bit stained with a pool of vomited blood. Come to think of it, this is a Japanese style room. Right. It appears holograms are used to quickly alter the design of a room to match the guest's wishes. Man, technology is amazing. Other than the bloodstains, it all looks brand new. Nothing fell out of nothing. So, nothing fell out of nothing, huh? Let's check the body last. This is likely the victim's luggage. There's a large bag and a small bag. Anything in them? Pardon me? No luck. Nothing catches my eye. Mysteries abound, yo. This contains blankets and bathrobes. And yukata. Real Japanese style. This jacket didn't belong to the victim. It's all neatly folded. Sorry about this. It seems the pockets are also empty. And not much else of note. A futon. One of the mattress types. Don't feel like I could sleep in the bed on the floor myself. You'd sense footsteps echoing for one thing. And I'd really hate if I heard some creepy voice. It doesn't seem there's much of interest here. And the body. The victim. Poison? No, perhaps suffocation. There's no post-mortem lividity to indicate poison. And it's hardly to imagine he strangled himself. Maybe it's an error. The same poison that got used on Sataka? No, if it was poison, it seemed it was a different one. Shitsuna's sleeping pills, Sataka's poison. Both things which would not be easy to obtain. They're powerful, not meant to be used on people. We got a pharmacist on our hands. Medicine with a brainwashing effect. In this day and age, perhaps it could exist. Died from suffocation. Poison considered Bono's post-mortem lividity. For now, I'll make a note of this. Locked room, a cause of death. Invested crime scene. Strange. There's just too little information. I don't think the windows have anything to do with anything. Or the lantern. Right. Return. Misane-chan. Nanase, how did it go? Right, about that. We identified all of the guests in that suspicious room to be dead. I also investigated the causes of death and such. Some were stabbed, some had a blow to the head. And all of those were locked rooms, correct? Yeah, but many of them are hard to think of as suicides. Let's put together what each of us learnt. All the rooms were effectively locked rooms. First of all the rooms were locked. And their guest entry data hadn't updated for a long time. Data indicates all of the dead guests did not leave their room for a long period. Tahori checked as well, and there has been no malfunction since the prior event, but they should be accurate. Hard as that is to believe. Varying causes. The causes of death were not uniform, ranging from hanging to stabbing. And also, there's a lack of consistency in their deaths. They were all killed in a variety of ways. Who could have done this? I'm also wondering how. It seems they all died around the same time. Hey, I just had an idea, so I want you to listen to it, okay, Amu? I want to do what I can to help. I suppose we can hear it out. Indeed, even now, we are in impasse. Amu, please proceed. Gotcha! First off, I'm going to talk about what the people who died have in common. Their rooms were locked, making them perfect locked rooms. Now the hotel logs, they've got to compare with their person data. What gets made when they sign into the hotel? So somebody who can enter rooms without it being theirs. In other words, the hotel owner is suspicious, so says Hasakana. How's that? The hotel owner? It's true. He seems the one who would be able to do it most easily. Let's give it some careful thought. I should check what I noticed so far. So you got the corpse state. Died from suffocation, poison considered, but no post-mortem lividity. Locked rooms. All of the rooms were effectively locked. Because of death were not uniform, ranging from hanging to stabbing. And data indicates all of the dead guests did not leave their rooms for a long period. Yes, absolutely. Interrogation. I'll talk about what people who died have in common. Such as the fact they were locked rooms. Yeepers, that's what I'm going to talk about. All the guests being in perfectly locked rooms is perfectly. Next. Their rooms were locked, making them perfect locked rooms. All the victims' rooms were locked rooms. Weird, huh? Every single one of them. And yet still many of the causes of death suggest that they were murdered. Now the hotel logs. They gotta compare with the personal data, which gets made when they sign into the hotel. And for anyone else to enter the room, you need a special card the hotel owner has, or otherwise an employee's card. Good point. You only just noticed? But with stuff like this, you gotta expect that it's a big shot. That's, well, I wonder. So, somebody who can enter rooms without it being theirs. In other words, the hotel owner is suspicious, so says Hakatana. The hotel owner, you say? 'Cause he's the originator, yeah? It's his own building. He could eat it for breakfast. Even supposing that, what's the motive? I haven't figured that out yet. Even so, wouldn't even the owner leave behind a record of his entry? How's that? I see. If the owner is a possibility, I imagine employees are as well, but... Take some figuring out. You said the hotel owner is suspicious. Yet even the owner would surely leave records of his entries and exits. In a case like the gimmick room, where there was a malfunction in the system itself, then we wouldn't know. But there has been no malfunction since then. Yes, indeed, to who would check that? But I mean, he's the owner and all, so couldn't he do something to a thing about that? Not at all, that is impossible. I say this because my father is hopeless to technology. Bruh? It would be a different story if he had the programming and hacking know-how to conceal entry data, but it seems that's not the case. It is with me. We're in the middle of an important conversation here. Sorry, anyway. I'm sure even I would leave traces of my attempts to conceal the data, so I think it'd take a skill even greater than that. And if the owner is a possibility, so are the employees. But I guess we're back to square one. How about the guy in the garden? Shinobi? He said he didn't know anything. I don't mean like that, he just seems smart, so I feel like maybe he'll have some good wisdom for us. You should know a thing or two about the other guests. Maybe we could get something out of it. Leave the investigation here to me, Misane. Go and talk with him. Understood, I'll be off. Hatakana's coming with. Alright, thank you. Fine then, let's see what he has to offer. Hello, sorry to keep bothering you. Oh, Misane, and Namoto's with you. Yo, did you need something? I'd like to talk with you some more, or rather, I'd like some advice. I'm almost done with work here. Sure thing, thank you. Those guests. No wonder you're running to and from down below. I didn't tell him just how many other victims there were, but it may be wise to observe his reaction. I can't fully trust anyone right now. Yes, so we were wondering if you knew anything about the guests. Let's see, well, I would say Miwashiba and Namoto were the ones who left the deepest impression on me. I don't know so much about the other guests. Is that right? They were perfectly locked rooms, right? Yes. I read books pretty often. Mysteries are some of my favourites. Mass deaths at the same time in locked rooms. There is a method that can meet those requirements. Is that really? Could you hear me out for a second? Yes, go right ahead. I'll present you with a possibility. The rooms were locked rooms, but the objective was to lock the victims in the rooms, and the culprit was not inside. After confining them in the rooms, they used some means to kill them with a poison mist. What do you make of that? I'm imagining it was some kind of fumigant, but it's not the most reasonable method, but it could fit the bill. Could. What do you think? Didn't think of that, no. Indeed, if a poison mist spread all at once, but it would be difficult. I should check what I've noticed so far. Just these 4 things that we have left with us. Corpse state, but no post-mortem lividity. Varying causes. Yeah, that's going to be our most likely help here. How many more? Ah, so there's 20 of them. Okay, go for it. Interrogation. You present me with a possibility. Are you knowledgeable about this kind of thing? Not so much knowledgeable, it's just second-hand from novels. But then again, witchy novels are full of culprits who successfully meet difficult conditions without issue. Unless if it was someone rather skilled in murder, it would probably be difficult. Indeed. Next. For room... Okay, we already read that. So it's not that the victims didn't try to exit, but they simply couldn't. That's right. If they were locked in there, then of course they wouldn't be able to leave. We would then have to consider how they accomplished that, but it's not inconceivable. A poison mist? What do you mean, some means? Well, for example, maybe through the vents? That's a bit cleach. Though. Indeed, if they placed something to produce a poison mist somewhere in the ventilation system. However, there'd be an indicator of death by poison. That's a rather concrete possibility you've suggested. I suppose I'm a mystery buff. No, probably not worth of being called that. I just don't want any more victims. I hope this can be resolved soon. Yes, I'm going to end this today. What do you think? Let's see. Murders in locked rooms with poison mist. I do feel there's some possibility. Right. You suggested a locked room murder via poison mist, but if it were poison, there would be signs on the body. No post-mortem lividity, as would be caused by poison, was found on the victim's body. I did consider poison briefly, but due to the lack of those telltale signs, I concluded it was wrong. Oh, I see. That's too bad, I mean. Maybe it's suspicious if I were right. No, that's not. Were you not aware yourself that you were treating me with suspicion? Sorry, I keep letting my talent of observation run wild. But it makes it a little harder for me to speak to. I apologize. It's fine. In your line of work, that's right call. With all these incomprehensible cases, I bet you've briefly caught on to the corporate thinking. Yes. Need to cast suspicion even on someone like me, because you can't know what a killer is thinking. Oh yeah, I didn't see Amu anywhere. What? Sure enough, where did she get to? Go look for her, especially in this situation. It'd be dangerous to leave her alone. I'll do that, sorry to take up your time. It's okay, if you need anything, come by any time, like I've been saying. And if you want to talk about, just come by, although I'll be stepping out in a bit. Yes, understood. Thank you very much. Yeah, where did she run off to? She was right with us. Suspicious. What? Misane, huh? What were you doing? Shinobu was like, poison mist through the vents, so I gave her a look-see. The vents? Yep. Well, didn't see much with how dark it was, no doubt. Whatever happened, we're talking about poison mist. That would have been dangerous. Good thinking. And again, it would have been dangerous just entering the room. Where are Nanase and Koza? Not back yet. It looks like, with all the victims, it might be taking a while to investigate. You might be right. It's okay if old Sataka speaks up again? Again? Yeah, not like I've solved the murder puzzle or nothing, but... Yes, that's fine. If only it can only help to say whatever we can say. Thank you. Again. If there's no chance of them being murdered, then ain't there only one thing to think? The rooms were locked. And we don't know how you'd go about setting that up. Seems everybody was troubled by something, so then maybe at the moment they all got the urge. I know it's a I know it's a painful thing to conclude, but isn't it possible they all killed themselves? That is so highly unlikely. For all the victims to decide, you know what, I'm going to end my own life. At the same time! How's that? Suicide. But the prior cases were also set up to make us suspect suicide. I should have noticed so far. Just these 4 so far. Locked rooms, varying cases. Guess entry data. We've already selected these 2. So it has to be varying cases. Let's do this. Interrogation time. If there's no chance of them being murdered, then I've already spoke about only one thing? Cause I can't think of nothing else, but having at least one, it's like, at least I'm safe. I don't know if safe is a fitting word. The rooms were locked, and we don't know how you'd go about setting that up. The data didn't appear to be falsified, and there were no traces of entry from other routes. See, so maybe there's no third party at all. But how would you know that? Seems, yeah. Multiple people on a specific day, a specific time. Is that even plausible? Better odds than winning the lottery, maybe. Even that I'm not sure about. Suicide? Because I can't think of a darned thing else. Too much that can't be somebody else's doing. Even so, maybe there's something. Something. How's that? I see. All of them suicides. If they all hung themselves, I could understand. But they didn't all hang themselves. Some of them all had signs of stab marks as well. Yeah, exactly. You say there were suicides, but the victims died of a number of causes. Causes? They lost their lives in a variety of ways. Hanging, stabbing, many others. There are methods amongst them that, while not impossible, are not easily thought of a way you choose to kill yourself. If they take their own lives, there must be a reason. Why would they use such roundabout means? Why die in a way that causes doubt and confusion? And all on this particular day. Thinking about the reason makes a whole mess of mysteries pop up. Indeed it does. To what end? For what reason would you do this? Nanase and Koza still haven't returned. Hey, Nanase's bit phone was broken. How do you think he's investigating? Oh? Oh, Sataka's gotta take photos of evidence too. I'm on my way. Be careful. Nope, she's already left. Just what should I do? Shinobu. I'll go see Shinobu. Again with Shinobu. Anybody else along the way? Maybe? Again with me. Hey, good day, Misane. You look very pale. Do I? Even though I think anybody could tell. Is that right? Honestly, I don't know anything. To what end are they doing this? And honestly, I'm irritated with myself for not knowing. You're still only 15. Only a very young breed, dear madam. Take it easy, okay? Have you calmed down some? Yes, thank you very much. I guess you're really stuck. There's not a single thing I can feel confident about. I can't think it was all suicide. I don't want to think it. What they were thinking as they died, I can't find any trace of it. I see. Maybe this can be the place you come at times like that. Everything's just a mess right now. Personally, I'm glad if you consider this place somewhere to come for tranquility. Right? Would you hear me out again? Huh? If you have time, that is. No, that's fine. Please. Right. It is dubious from the way they died that they did it on their own. Someone else must be involved in their death. I think the same thing. However, there's simply no trace of another's involvement. No clues. That contradicts the previous thought. Those thoughts go back and forth, a vicious cycle you can't escape. Without some new development, you can't do anything more. Trapped in such an antlion's pit, what are you thinking now? Locked rooms will be the only ones we have left. We are at dead end. There's no clues. Interrogation. If it's dubious from away, it's hopeless. Right now, I have no ace in the hole to break open this case. There's nothing. Misane, why did you take this job? Calling it my job may not be quite right. I'm technically still a student, but there are many evil people in this world. I don't think I could catch all the evil people, but I want to make this world at least a little safer. That's a fine aspiration of your age. I'm mostly quoting my father. Right now, I can't do anything about this case. I see. Then, do you think this case will just go unsolved? That's a sad thing. I think this case isn't a baffling mass suicide, but rather a murder case. It's all because of an atrocious, vicious, awful person who at this very moment still breathes easily. Misane Makuta. How do you feel about that person? The feeling whirling around in your chest, you know what it is? If there's a culprit like that person, I would never forgive them. Right. That unforgivable feeling. That alone is plenty sufficient as a trigger. Why don't you go talk with him? What the? Come by if you need anything. So long. What the heck was that just now? Hey, Misane-chan. It took a while, but the investigation... Misane-chan? I'll never forgive the corporate. So... Stop it, Misane-chan. What you're thinking right now, you can't. Sure, if the evil people were gone, if all of them were erased, the world would be peaceful. But there's a thought the two of us deny together. The thing we can do is go a little bit at a time, even if it won't come to pass while we're alive. If we can make a world which we consider better off than it weren't here, that's good enough. Nancy, if you're at a loss, ask me for guidance, because you guided me way back then, Misane-chan. I'd like to repay you for it. Nancy, hold on, stay right there. It'll just be for a second, forgive me. That gardener, it's faint, but I'm glad I still had a little bit left in me. Misane-chan, you didn't look well, so I can do it myself. No! Nancy, you were just talking about us, you realise. I can't possibly just wait at a time like this. Right. That active nature is one of your strong points, Misane-chan. I'm an ex-shut-in, so I ought to study that more. I'd say you're superior to me in vigour, Nancy. Really? Yes, let's hurry and put an end to this. Yeah. Well, I'm glad she's out of that sort of mind of hers, but something bad was going to happen. Not here. Not there. Come to think of it, where's Koza or Amaru? After we finished investigating, they went back to their rooms to do their respective duties or whatnot. They aren't dead, are they? I sense their life signs, so I think they're okay. Look, it's fine. I'm just feeling it can't be that damaging to me. I didn't even say anything yet. Anyway, let's hurry on up. Indeed, to prevent any further harm. Again with this. Shinobu? Hey, Misane. Huh? You seem different from before. I don't know what you did to her, but you're not going to shake Misane-chan's faith that easily. Well, fantastic, wonderful, that's deserving of praise. Just what are you? Me? I'm Shinobu Kasuga. Right now, I'm nothing more, nothing less. Are you involved in this case? Right, as a reward, I guess I'll tell you everything. First, I am a true culprit of this case, as well as a culprit of the cases of third-party members. You've no doubt been chasing. You? Misane-chan, calm down. I'm thinking that what you used on Misane-chan was some kind of mind control through conversation. Is that it? Well, so you even figured that much out. I can only expect that brilliant mind behind the master program would be on another level. You are correct. I primarily use conversation to shape and control people's minds. I mean, you put it so simply, but it must take serious talent to bring it this far. To induce a state so similar to deep mind control, I would think you need to know a fair amount about the people. Yes, indeed. The more they open their hearts to me, the deeper they can drown in my words. As far as my investigation found, there were no wide taps or anything in this building. So that's why his investigation took so long. Indeed, I had listening devices for the sake of information gathering. They call them devices is a bit disregarding to them. Misane, perhaps you know. Did you know where I placed wiretaps? Why am I on the profiles though? I'm still in the dark here. Where could he? What about the FATCATS? Yeah, the cats. Correct, not bad at all. They were real lifesavers. They cover such a wide area. I could hear things about anyone from here. You used them for that? What are you angry about? Oh well, here's your reward for another correct answer. Many people come to this hotel. I selected those who seemed most easily controlled, and set them up to kill themselves today at a set time. That is the truth of this case you so long to know. Suicide? But things like stabbing aren't. appropriate for it, you're going to say. People are free to decide how they want to die. Don't meddle. There's no reason they should have died. People don't often speak reasons for wanting to die. You're a bit hard-headed, aren't you? Perhaps you've already forgotten what I did to you. I wasn't even trying to make it so deep that you'd immediately forget. Out of a sense of justice? That unforgivable feeling is not only targeted at other people. It's interesting just how many people in this country can't forgive themselves. Why would you do this? Why? There is no why. Misane, are you under the impression that everything in this world happens for a reason? It's a bit disappointing you're this stubborn, but even if I left clear traces of a third party, you wouldn't have made it this far. But don't you understand that you can't escape anymore? That's funny. Where's your proof? There are no witnesses. Everyone either died or has no memory of me at all. You can try to record my words, but I'll soon be discarding Shinobu Kaskaga. Besides, by the time you began to talk to me, you'd already lose to me. I was getting tired of this appearance and name anyway. It's convenient. What did you? Take a nap. Goodbye. That's 1BeatHeart. Oh my gosh. So that was the conclusion itself. So he just escaped how it was. No meaning and no rhymes. But that certainly did leave a case that there's going to be another game where hopefully we'll be able to catch this crook, whatever his real name is. I'll speak my thoughts after this happens. Username. Wait, only Wolf she had to say, but how did you create everything visually? Ending, Greedy Girl cover. Oh, that's just music. Something about gears. One Beat Heart by Miwashiba. Anything else? By the time we woke up, Shinobu had vanished from the hotel. Not only in the hotel, it seemed not a single person but myself and Nanase could remember Shinobu. Wow, didn't think it would be this effective. Is there any time for admiration? He got away from us. He must change his appearance and name every time. Then we're back to the start. Nah, even if we only move an inch forward, it's better than nothing. It's still moving forward. How positive of you. Well, we'll never catch him our whole lives otherwise. Indeed, you're right. Anyway, it's about time for checkout. Right, once we're ready, let's go. Ah, you ready? Yes, I'm fine. Okay, well, let's go. Okay, next time I'll swear it. Ah, the air feels nice on the boat. It does. Speaking of boats, I feel like there was this case. There's been several cases on boats, so I don't know which one you're talking about. I hope to avoid any more trouble on them. Foreshadowing. Please stop. Why? I see some familiar faces there. You will not say you have forgotten me. Oh, is it Lizachi? Yes, it is I, and none other, Lazachi Nasuka, as genius as the day I was born. But enough. So, you are Nanase's assistants. I've heard tell of you. Yay, it's Azuchi. Haven't seen you in a year, it feels like. Why did you respond slower than this girl here? Use that too full of hair of yours. What have you been up to? You know, system development and other miscellanea. It would be a hassle to list every one of these numerous things I do. Developing any weird medicines or anything? No, that's just... I am. Of course he is. Yay, I was in the mood to be a test subject. Please, have me drink or something. Right. I've yet to test it on humans. Drink up. Down the hatch. Ooh. Nanase? I don't see any particular changes. What effect it was supposed to have? Right, well, look forward to it. It's just a bit slow to take effect. If he sleeps here and catches a cold, the effect may weaken. And we can't have that. Let's carry him. I'm asking you to help me. It's been a while since that happened. I wonder what's going to happen in the end. Huh? I thought he was on the sofa by the window, but he's gone. There's only one truth usually. That voice. I knew it. The old lady was the culprit. Well, my work here is done. Could I ask your name? Yoshi Nanase, detective. Don't lie. Ouch. You're so strict, Miss Saint-chan. Miss Saint-chan? Up already, are you? No particular defects. It appeared to have worked perfectly naturally. So this medicine intrudes retrogression of a body's growth. Why would you make this? Why? What a funny question. Obviously because it seems of interest. It showed up in an anime my brother was watching, and I felt I could make that myself, so I did. You just make anything if you want, huh? I smells a case. Where are you? So you made him younger, basically. Nah, that's not right. Because of blah blah blah, such and such, your testimony is all out of whack, miss. What are you doing? There's been an instance, so I've got to solve it. Do such instances just happen anywhere? No issues with body temperature or functions. You're open. Oof. Why did Azuchi suddenly sit down? I just tinkered with this clock, making it transmit signals directly into his brainwaves to make him suddenly fall asleep. Please don't tinker like that anymore. I'm sleepy, Azuchi. Bonfire genius. What's he starting to do now? I suddenly fell asleep. Are you okay? My senses are still a bit hazy. Well, he's back to normal. Okay, we all have those days. Right, you're right. Perhaps I've been so immersed in creating strange medicines. I know. When we reach Blue Sun Street, come to my laboratory. I'll make you a test subject for my medicine. I guess you don't remember, but just earlier. I'll do it. I'll call Natasaki and everybody, and we'll all drink it. I see. You can call whoever you wish, but more test subjects the mirror. Hooray! Well, maybe it's not so bad to have days like that every once in a while. And that's the outro for that. So thank you very much, guys. This has been a nice little mystery game. It's just a shame we couldn't solve that last one. But as I said in the beginning of this Let's Play, there is only one ending to the case. Unless there is something that Miwashiba has not stated in the README document. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And that is 1BeatHeart. And we shall see each other in the next video. Have a good day and take care of yourselves.